Howdy Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89. Today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Hajime no Ippo chapter 1312. So, I gotta say this because this is something that bothered me, and I mentioned it in my Crunchyroll Expo video. So, at Virtual Crunchyroll Expo this past weekend, there was a couple of panels that I was hoping Hajime no Ippo was going to be talked about. One of them being the sports panel. Nothing from there. You would think that with, you're talking about sports series with professional athletes, you talk about Hajime no Ippo since it is the longest running sports series ever. But no. Oh, well, gotta scratch that. Captain Tsubasa, I think it may be a little bit longer. Yeah, sorry, second longest sports series. And then there was a couple of panels that were talking about like race and diversity and crap, and I'm just like, really, you ain't gonna mention Hajime no Ippo there either? And oh, I gave them panelists a piece of my mind on Twitter, and I did, and they actually agreed with me. So but anyway, I had to mention that because we got some small victories anyway. Last chapter of Hajime no Ippo, we got to see a little bit of what Billy is working with the Philly shell, and I love that we're getting an American style boxing. We're getting the Philly shell. We're learning more about American style boxing. I really like that, and I like that comment that Ippo said in particular about black boxers, because let's be real, black boxers are built differently than, say, a Hispanic or white or even Asian boxer. So I was glad that was mentioned too. Anyway, let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us this week. The Philly shell is showing what it's worth, and Morikawa, this panel is gorge. The background, the movement, the musculature. Oh, the anatomical art is fabulous up in here. Here he comes, there he comes. And chapter 1312 is titled, I'm Not God. Ooh. This page of Billy Gonzalez just facing off, like we got the close-up of their faces and profile, and then, and then the zoomed out shot. This is so perfect. And then you have the ba-dump. It's just, this page is just perfection, Morikawa. Oh my god. Look how beautiful it is. Because the thing that's really nice about it is you feel that tension and that anticipation of the first move being made, and also the anatomical art. It's really on point. And yes, we got the heart. You got the heart. You got the anatomical heart. Yes. Morikawa, I'm loving that you're doing some anatomy. This is great. And I will say this: the heart, compared to last chapter, you could tell that it's more stress going on, and the heart is just like going overtime, and I really like that. It's really nice with just a little bit of detailing in the veins and shit like that. You could tell it's going overtime. I'm digging it. And here we go. Yeah. Oh, this is what I mean about movement. Is when you have that going with that movement, you could just like feel it. And oh, Morikawa, this is beautiful. And the first move goes to Ricardo. He ain't waiting at all. What? Fucking Sento fell out of this chair. Sento is just like so hyped. He fell out of his fucking chair. This is surprising. Ricardo is cautious and deliberate. He never starts a match like this. He couldn't successfully get any information like this, so he just went for it instead. And he pours on the punches. Oh, look at that art. Morikawa, this is some fierce art. He pulls the trigger and fireworks explode out of the... Dude, I love the description. action. This is great. He pulls the trigger and fireworks explode out of the barrel. He's emptying the entire magazine right from the start. Yeah, I could definitely see that. The art is... Wouldn't it be cool if we had, like, sparks coming off, though? Oh my god, that would be so freaking cool. Morikawa, you should have done that. But I'm down with this. I've never seen Ricardo sound like this before. What's making him act like this? I could feel it cooling off beneath my feet. The fire that those two painstakingly lit before. This art! Oh my god, Morikawa! It's all... Before I read this, I'm about to have an orgasm from this. Look at this page. Oh my god! This is some gorgeous art! Oh my god! Morikawa! Woo! Remember, going into this fight, I don't know about you guys, but I had some high expectations for this art. Because this match is between two motherfucking powerhouses. And yes, you can make... Yes, Sendo and Alfredo were strong. Yes, but this is Ricardo and Billy are like... the ultimate powerhouse right now up in here. And I love that this art is reflecting it. But look how beautiful this is. It's always like that. My matches never rise to spectacle like they showed. It proceeds according to plan, and it ends according to plan, and the audience gets to watch the harmonious fight as promised. I am down that it's not this way either. And I love that this art is just reflecting it. It is so beautiful. And, but I cannot stand that. I don't think any of us can stand, like, predictable matches like that. Well, except for people that are betting on them. Those people are probably, like, what the fuck? Shit, what is going on? Well, the people betting on Ricardo are probably happy and and maybe nervous and scared at the same time. But let's be real, the real boxing fans are just like, yeah, they're stoked. But the other thing of course I gotta talk about here is this art, this arm. The anatomical art here is just incredible, and you have that movement, and then it's just fireworks. Gorgeous. Beautiful job, Morikawa. This is what I wanted, and more. It's got no effect on Billy. It's like that barrage of punches never even happened. Yeah, that Philly shell is working overtime. You should know better. A real clamshell won't open up for something so measly. Oh, that was some shade. Woo! Perhaps an invitation then. This background. What's great about this and I say this a lot with backgrounds, and I know people get annoyed when I talk about backgrounds, but god damn it, I have to. It just really is giving that extra oomph in the art. It's giving that tension, and I love it. Oh, Morikawa, I love what you're doing right now. And just after a beat, Ricardo begins his attack anew. More rapid lefts to the head and the body. It's a storm of lefts, but none of them are landing. Ooh, this panel's fierce. Look at that. Look at that movement that Billy's doing to block and dodge. It's just so fluid. It is beautiful. Philly shell? It's not actually that different, but it's thought that the Detroit style is more offense oriented. So this guy is a defensive fighter, huh? Pfft. Then once he gets it laid on him, he'll crumble real easily. Why do people underestimate defense so much? Like, wrong. The biggest threat this style Wrong. The biggest threat this style poses isn't the sturdy defense. These lefts are worse than I expected. This is the first time I fought someone with this good with his left. I can see why he's undefeated. I'm betting he's decided more than a few of his matches with this left alone. Yeah, I could see it too. But still, what will you do when your left doesn't work? I see, psychological warfare, huh? You're really just trying to set up for a big shot. You want to throw your right so damn bad. The biggest threat, a counter. Ricardo throws a right. Ooh! Morikawa, you are blowing my mind this week. Whew. This is what we want from Morikawa. I think this is what we all wanted and maybe even more. This is so fabulous. But a horrible left counter is waiting in reply. He twists his neck at the last second to avoid it. And, this movement is just... It's just so beautiful. I think the only thing that would make it better is if, like, while, the Philly shell is going, you kind of, like, see the shell around him. But I understand why Morikawa didn't do that, because it would have been really hard to execute it. It would have been a good challenge, though. And it would have looked cool. That was incredible. What a dizzyingly, terrifying moment that was. I don't think anyone predicted this would become such a thrilling evening. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I did. The arena's fire has risen in one shot like a great wave. Whew. I just got chills. Hey, hold on. It didn't even land. Yeah, we haven't seen anything yet. Tonight will end just like always. Ooh, that's what you think. It seems that the more I try anything, the dimmer the fire becomes, the more the waves sink back into the ocean. Are my matches so boring? Ooh, we got a beautiful metaphor here. How can I make them burst with fervor like the semifinal did? If I take on punches on purpose, will they be happy? Do I need to... No. Oh. I love this. Look at Ricardo just sitting on that pillar, just thinking. Just those clouds. Beautiful. The metaphor... Oh, God, you are stepping up on your metaphorical art, Morikawa, and I love it. No, that would be blasphemous, an unforgivable sin against boxing. Even though... because that would be some shit you'd see in wrestling, not in boxing. Even though I train as if my life is on the line, even though I throw it all into each match, controlling nothing I do resonate with the audience? Are my matches so boring? Not to the people betting. I could see it all. I could feel it all. I can predict it all. So I never take a punch. Is that truly a sin? No. I'm not God. I'm not God. This body I fight with will still fall if I take a punch. I can feel pain. I can feel fear. I can even lose. Morikawa is getting deep on us, fam. Wow. How am I to shut all of that out and still proceed? I am just a man with the courage and dignity of any other man. Man, this is deep. I'm really digging the metaphors in both the dialogue and the art. This is a powerful chapter. Holy shit. Why can none of you understand? Why can't you see my machismo? Yes! Dude, I got some ideas that I want to see up in here. What are you doing? Come fight. With your strength, you should be able to drag it out of me. My inner strength, my utmost limits. Ricardo refuses to cede the initiative. He aggressively seizes control of the match. Ricardo, were you affected this much by that semifinal? Yes. This is totally different from that recon work he was doing before. Is he getting so fired up because it's a home fight? Partially. You need to calm down. Well, this makes it easier. 1, 2, I'll crush his right this time. Billy is targeting Ricardo's impatience to be continued next week. I cannot wait to see what Morikawa does. Because this art is, first of all, let's talk about this chapter in terms of art. This art is incredible. And let's be real, from the very beginning, even leading up to this chapter, the art was already incredible. And we even, now that I'm thinking about it, we already had some beautiful metaphors and analogy in writing and art, both writing and art leading up to this chapter. And I'm talking about, you know, the Ricardo versus Billy fight, like, before the bell went. Or before, no, I'm sorry, wording shit, before the first punch. And this chapter really took it to another level. I really love what Morikawa's doing with the art and the writing. These metaphors are just so incredible. I really love Ricardo just trying to think, just like having this soul-searching moment in the middle of this fight. And I love that, I love that moment of vulnerability. When he says this, actually, let me read the whole thing because I really loved it. I really loved Ricardo's writing dialogue here. It seems that the more I try anything, the dimmer the fire becomes, the more the waves sink back into the ocean. Are my matches so boring? How can I make them burst with fervor like the semifinal did? If I take punches on purpose, will they be happy? Do I need to? No. That would be blasphemous, an unforgivable sin against boxing. Even though I train as if my life is on the line, even though I throw it all into each match, can truly nothing I do resonate with the audience? Are my matches so boring? I could see it all, I could feel it all, I can predict it all, so I never take a punch. Is that truly a sin? I'm not God. This body I fight with will still fall if I take a punch. I can feel pain. I can feel fear. I can even lose. How am I supposed to shut all of that out and still proceed? I'm just a man with the courage and dignity of any other man. Why can none of you understand? Why can't you see my machismo? This right here was just so brilliant. I love seeing this vulnerability in when we get like, and especially with a character like Ricardo, this moment of vulnerability and soul searching is just extremely powerful, and it's so beautiful. I really hope that we get a moment like that with Billy as well. But I'm really curious what you guys think of this chapter. I really love that Ricardo's like, everyone sees me as this unstoppable machine, but I'm still a human. I'm still just a man. I can lose at any moment too. I want my matches, and he realized that. And what was great about having the Alfredo Sendo match prior to him is like, I want to feel that fire too. I want to feel it. And I love that he was saying, is it my fault that I'm this good? And it kind of makes me think of other characters. But I'm really curious what you guys thought of this chapter. I think this is this was definitely one of Morikawa's more powerful chapters that we've had recently. And God damn, Morikawa, keep doing this. Keep doing this. This is the kind of content we as Hajime no Ippo readers want to see, and I think this is like the kind of stuff that makes us love Hajime no Ippo as much as we do. I'm really curious what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing, I want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more Hajime no Ippo content. There's a few ways you can do that. You could donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.